and social media platforms available, it can be a challenge to connect with your leads and potential customers effectively. This is where GetZot Connector app comes in. With our all-in-one marketing solution, you can engage with your leads on any device and through various channels quickly and easily. Let's take a closer look at how GetZot Connector can help you connect with your customers, improve response rates, and grow your business. GetZot Connector is a full-featured mobile app that connects you with your leads and customers through various channels like Phone Connect, voicemail drops, SMS, MMS, emails, and Facebook Messenger.
Voice of the People, King Jab on 99.1 FM WJM. And Voice of the People, King Jab on 99.1 FM WJM and 99 Jams, the Bird Carafesta Radio. Tune in every Thursday at 9 a.m. to hear the best in the Bay, the best radio show in the land. That's King Jab, Voice of the People, WJM 99.1 FM, Carafesta Radio. Call in and join us at 727-637-2416. That's 727-637-2416. King Jab, what you got for us today?
And just like that, we up in it, man. How y'all doing today? This King Jab, the Voice of the People. Man, we coming to you action-packed today. I got a lot I want to unpack. We gonna go a lot of different angles, but as always, we gonna start with the sports. Brought to you by the Young Dream. Young Dream, man. Sports, what you got? Let's do it.
Man, I just want to take a real quick second to talk about, it's March, it's basketball season, it's March Madness. And this year we're gonna switch it up because this time we got one of our very own in it this year. We got the USF Bulls for the first time in school history going into the tournament at number 24.
That's good.
We're the highest ranked Florida school. We're ranked higher than Florida Atlantic. We're ranked higher than Florida. We're ranked higher than FAM, Florida State, Miami, all of them schools. That are known for their basketball too. USF reigns over them all. We are coming off the Bulls are coming off a 16-game winning streak right now, going into the tournament. So
Wow.
they literally have the best. They have the best streak coming into the tournament right
That's
now.
gonna be hard to kind of keep up. They got to keep up that pressure. That's a good momentum, but it's the sustainability.
Yeah.
And speaking of Florida, I was thinking, they just fired everybody for the DIE. And I was thinking to myself, like, if y'all go close this whole department and fire everybody, all they black athletes should have hit the transfer portal.
Mm-hmm.
We out.
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother story. Like, we out. And I'm a Florida fan, bro. Like, so when y'all come through here and fire all these people for the diversity and equity, and you make a mass sweep and you just you just push it completely out the system, that shows y'all don't want us here, so we out. Anything else for sports, sir?
Yeah, real quick, I just want to say, so the bracket hasn't come out yet. It won't come out until maybe in another couple weeks. But from what it looks like for round one, we're gonna have to play UConn, which is the reigning, defending, undisputed champions. So
that's good.
Oh yeah, it's really good. It's either UConn.
Knock them off early while you still got the momentum.
That's a huge upset.
Yeah,
and I think we can do it.
Hey man, I like USF, man.
Yeah.
My nephew's a USF alumni. My cousin is in the Hall of Fame.
Your co-host.
My co-host. Oh yeah, brother.
USF.
Yeah, man. He at USF currently.
Yep.
Professing. Yeah, you know what I mean. Anything else for sports?
No.
Man, come on, bro. We gotta hit Gibbs, bro. We can't do that.
Oh
man.
yeah. Man, what happened with Gibbs?
Man, this is what happened with Gibbs, man. Although I do a lot of Lakewood, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have been watching this team for 2 years.
All right.
And very young team, mostly freshmen last year, and they made a push for this chip last year. They were excellent.
Yes, they were.
This year, man, I want to shout out to the coaching staff, the booster club, and the administration,
Oh yeah.
because at a time like this when we have private schools that come and just really pillage our athletes and take what they want, um, they held this team together because they came back this year and they won the state title. And I have a prediction that they will win another one
Oh
because
man.
they that good.
Yeah.
Them boys still juniors and seniors, man.
Oh yeah.
So I'm predicting either back to back or they're gonna miss one and get another one.
I like that. I like that.
So I want to shout out to these young men. I think we learned something with this here because they didn't get like, they should have got a little small parade, little
Mhm.
something at City Hall, whatever. But I don't think our city officials was prepared for it.
They weren't.
I don't think we was prepared for it. I didn't even put on the city officials.
Yeah, we weren't prepared for this
I don't think the
greatness.
city in itself, like general parents, fans, and all, I don't think we was prepared to celebrate these young men properly. So I think it needs to be made up to them, and it puts us in the mind of preparation. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Jumping out Gibbs, man. Shout out to Gibbs. I'm predicting to see y'all back into it. So, yeah, I said that. I got a quick story right here.
What's up?
I ain't gonna even read the story, but I'm just gonna lay something out because I be wanting to put you in the mind state of how to do business. I like to put people in the mind state. So Allen Iverson, right?
Mm-hmm. AI.
AI saying landed. He signed a lifetime Reebok deal.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't no 2, 3, 4 years, or we're really lifetime deal that got him a $32 million check after a certain amount of years. They like 20 years. They cut it one.
So they got him made like Bobby Bonilla.
Yeah, he could have went to Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
There's really no way to say how much more he would have made, how much more he wouldn't, because you don't know what the Jordan brand would have did with him.
Yeah.
But the importance of this was what I'm pushing out is how to negotiate the deal, baby.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you negotiate the deal, baby.
In order to lock that lifetime bag?
That's how you negotiate the deal, baby. Shout out to AI, y'all. All right. You got anything else on sports, or you want me to hit my last story?
Man, you can go ahead and hit that story, man.
Man, listen. Okay. I'm an oxymoron this, right?
All right.
It's no better person in the world to hit a lick mask off like Russell Wilson. But listen, it's no
Mr. Unlimited.
hit the lick mask off via Future.
Yes, sir.
Russell came off, man, $89 million.
$89 million in dead cap.
Just, hey, man, we're going to pay you. Go ahead on. We don't even want
But
you.
you can just go on and go.
Man, mask off. Mask off.
Now, my thing is, was that his plan the whole time?
I think that it's a battle of the coach and the and the quarterback, and the coach is pretty much saying, listen,
Yeah, because Sean Payton hated Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I can do this, but I can't do this with this quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Russell Wilson winning record doesn't reflect what he was paid.
His
So
stats don't reflect what he was
yeah,
paid.
so I'm just showing an example that sometimes you can hit the lick. You never have to put on the mask
For real.
for your future. You can hit the lick, man. Anything else we got for sports, my brother?
Man, I think that's all, man. It's been a fairly quiet. You know, the franchise tags are slowly starting to come out. I'll get more into that when every team got to lock in. But as for now, I mean, it's been a quiet week.
Mm-hmm. Well, did we talk about my nephew getting dropped by the Chiefs? We talked about that last week, right?
We barely touched him.
Well, I mean,
We kind of talked.
so let's do this here. We ain't gonna go into that. Did you watch any of the combine?
I did. You know
Okay.
what? I forgot the combine happened.
Tighten up, my young Jedi.
You're right. And I watched it too. I watched it and I forgot it happened.
Yeah, man,
Well-
we're supposed to be live on the combine. So they showed wide receiver that ran the best 40 time ever,
Xavier Worthy. He's out of Texas.
weighing in at 161 pounds with 2 bricks in his pocket.
Yeah.
Man, he gonna be running somebody go hydroplane, bro. And I'm like, y'all excited about this, man? Look at this boy frame. He ain't finna go out in the NFL and run thus too fast for too long. Yeah, you ain't finna do this for too long, bro.
Yeah.
Not with me playing safety. I'm sorry, my brother. I don't know.
I'm about to put that hurt on you for real.
Yeah, man. Welcome to the NFL. Might be his last catch.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So, yeah, I seen that. I was more impressed by the corner that ran the folk. That boy flow.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then the running back that tied it too out of Texas.
Yeah.
I forget his name.
Man, Texas always had the runners. They picking back up, you know, Texas, Florida,
Yeah.
California when it comes to the elite athletes, man.
In California, that's where
And
Xavier Worthy
Georgia
comes
is on
from.
a pickup, man. Like you can't. Georgia,
Georgia's on the,
Pennsylvania.
yeah, Georgia is where you go get your linemen.
Well, yeah, offense and defense, yeah. Them boys, they feed them trench foods.
Yeah.
yeah. So, I watched a little bit of it. I was looking to see what my boy TJ Tampa was gonna do,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think he participated. I don't know what happened with that.
Man, did you see Michael Penix?
No, I didn't actually.
Okay, so first off, he was one of the few quarterbacks that actually did the combine this year.
Mm-hmm.
So he pulled up in a purple do-rag and did the whole combine in that like purple Washington do-rag.
Yeah, absolutely. Gang.
I was about to say like a real Tampa man should. And he proceeded to be elite the whole time. If there's one quarterback coming out of this that I have the most promise in, it's Michael Penix.
I don't know why everybody's so hyped about the USC boy.
Caleb, me neither.
I've seen nothing from you, bro.
And like the one season that I actually heard you on it, because I remember when he was with Oklahoma, but he was with Oklahoma. He was on the bench for Kyler Murray.
And I think that even like last year, USC didn't have a great team, but you didn't carry the team, bro.
You didn't.
Sometimes if you that guy in this college round, you got to take care of the team, dog.
And my thing is, if you're the number one in the if you're supposed to be the number one overall pick, why weren't you in the playoffs last year?
At all.
Because
At all.
like if you look at it, McCarthy was in the playoffs. Penix was in the playoff. What's his name? Jordan Travis was in the playoffs. Well, we all saw what happened to Jordan Travis. But like they were in the play. Like all of these were playoff caliber teams.
Okay.
USC wasn't. USC lost to Colorado. How bad they were.
Hey, man, don't say that like that, man. Shout out to the Buffaloes.
Shout out.
Hey, man, listen. Colorado got one of the top 5 openings. Like, you know how Florida State had a little fruity. I can't say that. The Chief.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I
I ain't gonna lie. I went to a Florida State game when my nephew was playing with NC State. They played against Jameis Winston. I think Jameis put up 50 on him at halftime. Jameis
Winston, Jalen Ramsey, and Kelvin Benjamin was like that was Florida.
But the Chief was, that was an experience.
I can imagine.
And Colorado is up there too because they run that Buffalo round.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. But I think Caleb is a fluke. I love that Michael Penix did great in that combine because I think he should be up there in that top 3 quarterbacks. Um, I don't understand the hype around these first 3, even with all the draft predictions. These first 3 or 4 quarterbacks, I don't understand why Michael Penix is not in it.
Stay tuned for my draft prediction.
Yeah, you want him at the Bucks
I do want him at the Bucks,
all day long.
but I want him at the Bucks. But they're not going to sign him because they're going to give Baker Mayfield a massive bag. They already gave Evans what, $52 million. They only gave him that. I wanted him to have more, but they only gave him that because they about to sign Baker to like 140, $150 million.
I don't think. Nah. I don't think Baker. I think Baker got at the most of 2 good years at the Bucks, and y'all need to retraject.
Yeah.
So that's interesting, man. I want to see how it play out. I want to see how the draft play out. We got to have our game together for the draft, man. I want to get some insights. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So is that it for the sports today?
Yes, sir. I think so.
Yes, that's the sports brought to you by Young Dream.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I got a few stories on the hit, man. And then we got our Into the Street segment coming in at 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to see. Let's work on context clues, my brother.
All right.
I'm going to read. Pinellas County, Florida. I'm trying to scroll down, y'all. Give me a second.
Hey, take your time.
All right. A swimmer who was missing in Indian Shores was found dead Wednesday evening, according to the Pinellas County Sheriff Office. The body of 17-year-old William Zane was found around 5:30 p.m., deputies said. Zane was visiting the area with his swim team from Quebec, Canada, for a swim camp, officials said. The group was conducting swim drills in the Gulf of Mexico when Zane didn't return to the shore. Dream, you really have to stop laughing while reading these stories.
I'm sorry. I'm a bad person, man. I'm sorry.
It's terrible, bro. You really got to stop laughing, man. So I'm reading.
All right.
The swim coach told detectives that they had checked for riptides and other hazards before entering the water. What was your content? What did you get out of that, my brother? Let's see if you
He said it was the Gulf of Mexico.
Mhm.
All right, so that kind of ruled out the gator thing. All right,
booyah. See, you was on it.
because that's what I was thinking. That was my first thought.
Okay. So
But
the
it was the
end.
Gulf of
Let
Mexico.
me go to the end line because you might have missed it.
All right.
The swimming coaches told detectives that they had checked for riptides and other hazards before entering the water.
Yeah, y'all didn't check
So-
well enough, so that was.
My visualization of this was okay. We go check for riptides, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's stuff I hear that'll eat you.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Them sharks.
So
Then you in the Gulf of Mexico. That's the shark bite capital of the world, right there.
y'all come to Florida to go swim in the Gulf of Mexico. We check for riptides. We
Shark-
check for giant squids.
you ain't checked for Moby Dick.
You didn't check for orcas or nothing. Just
Nothing.
riptides, man.
Yeah.
This man could have got impaled by a Tampa Bay Devil Ray. You tell him, like,
Man, the Tampa Bay Devil Rays was the one that killed Steve Irwin.
yeah, man. Man, listen. That's when the Devil Rays got on the map, man. They took out the crocodile hunter, man. Like, this is impressive. I had another story. I had a story here about the Rays, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go into it after I go into this here.
All right.
So Newsweek article, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look how they write it. Trump appointed judge shuts down Florida Stop Woke Act.
All right, that sound like it's a little bit clickbaity.
Yeah, absolute all clickbaity because why just don't say the judge shut down the Stop Woke Act? It has to be Trump
Oh yeah,
appointed
it has to be Trump
because
appointed.
now it makes it seem like Trump versus
Because then that gets you
Jeff
talking.
Satan,
Yeah.
and he shut down his act, which is the Stop Woke Act, and which was really big on that affected us. And the craziest part about it is shit, we weren't even paying attention to it. Well, we tough. We are tough.
Oh yeah.
Boy,
They've
we
been trying
tough.
to. They've been trying to stop woke for years now, man.
We worry about the wrong things in our community, man. We worry about the wrong things in our community, which is a great segue to my next little few minutes before we take a quick break and go into our ear to the street segment.
Mm-hmm.
I read another article by Tampa Bay Times. Man, I don't know who the hell these people is. Anyway, talking about how great the raise deal would be for city of St. Petersburg, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as I sit here and say we got our mind on the wrong thing, I think absolutely that's 100% the truth.
Sure.
Because I'm coming down 9th Street yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm watching all of the Hispanic workers that are leaving the work site from downtown. It's about 40 of them. They park right over there across the street from the U-Haul.
Oh yeah.
All they cars over there. And they're rebuilding our city. Right behind us. The dong, dong, bum, bum, bum that people are hearing is the Maximall Plaza.
Being rebuilt.
And there's you don't see nobody that look like us over there working.
Nobody over there.
Same thing downtown. You don't see nobody look like us over there working. So if we're going to rebuild the city of St. Pete, are we going to be involved in this process, or y'all just go keep bringing in y'all crew?
I think
Because it's right there. Like everybody that's downtown, they got to see this.
I think that it's a lack of engagement. And I think it's kind of intentional. They don't really be advertising stuff like that for us. Like you could work to rebuild the city, you can work in construction. They don't really advertise that kind of stuff. And I know because I've been in the public school system for about a minute. They don't advertise that stuff. They got rid of the wood shop classes. They got rid of all this kind of stuff that make you that would advertise being handy. Like working a trade job, working a blue collar, working anything.
Yeah. So I spoke on this also. We talk about what Lakewood gives Bogey. It was a lot of talk about the principals, the staff.
Mhm.
St. Pete High School has a contractor's class. It's a 4-year course. My son went through the course. Jeez. Right now today, man, my TV is on the floor because the man learned nothing in the course. 4 years, man. Absolutely nothing, bro. Like I got nothing, bro. Like literally, like it's disappointing. But this is absolutely what you're saying we need. So it's right here at this high school, and we're not taking it serious. We're not giving these guys the skills. Like this man should be coming out of high school, doing a 2-year apprentice and be ready to go get his own general contracting license.
That and there was a thing. It was a freaking thing I saw that said everybody want to be a rapper, but ain't nobody want to build the street. Like nobody want to build the freaking studio that you rap in. Nobody want to. Nobody want to do. Everybody want to be a rapper. Don't nobody know how the studio gets built.
That's real. We in a big cruise right now because we got a lot of young men that can't can't pass the book work because our school system is failing them.
We went from No Child Left Behind to F them kids.
No, they ain't leaving them behind. They pushing them on through. They graduating them without the minimum reading requirement and giving them certificate of completions.
That's why I'm just saying.
It's not a diploma, it's a certificate of completion. Come on, walk by, let mama them celebrate, and you have absolutely nothing. You have absolutely nothing. So that's something big that I'm looking at. That's something that I'm proposing to city council. I'm proposing to anybody that can hear me, man, is we got to put the systems and programs in place so that the people that look like us have the opportunity to rebuild our city. The only way we're going to be able to afford to live here is that our kids and our nephews and our nieces participate in rebuilding this city, or they will not be able to afford to live here.
Yeah.
So paying attention to the right things, man.
They're going to keep marking up the prices, and the wages are going to stay the same.
Yeah, we ain't going to be able to afford to live. So you got to go in and dig in and learn that skill and be able to make that 6 figures being a heavy equipment operator.
Because it does pay. Like everybody when I like, oh, it's like this is a dead end job.
And I'm also proactive on this because I'm getting with those that can get the contracts, and we're actually my approach to city council. That's our phone call. You know how to answer?
No, how do I
hit the green button? And turn green.
Hit the green button, and I just hit
speaker. Yep. Yeah. So that's kind of like my approach with the city. Also, I want to have the people that are in place to get the contracts, so that we can go hire these young men and give them the job. So I want to be double intentional about it. Yeah. We finna segue, man. I got my ear to the street segment coming on. Can you hear me, Carla? You on the air?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine. Can y'all hear me just fine? Good morning.
Yes, sir. That was down a little bit, man. He's screaming on me. So we got our ear to the street segment. I got my main man, UB1 Kenobi, calling in, and we got something that we go give to the people, man. This is the voice of the people, man. So what you got for me, bro?
I put the link in the chat. So what's basically been going on since about 2018, Walmart has been charging y'all more than what y'all supposed to get for any weighted goods like fruits, like meat, anything that got, it might still supposed to be $2 per pound, but when it rang up, it's going to be $5 per pound. And they got caught doing this. And they, so it's a class action lawsuit. I put the link in the chat and I sent it to several people. Even if you feel like you ain't entitled to nothing, fill it out anyway. You're going to get something. If you got some receipts from anywhere from 2018 to 2024, you can get up to $500 per household. You just fill it out and you send in your receipts. Even though the case has been brought by attorneys from Pennsylvania, it's going to be handled right here in the Middle District, right over here in Tampa.
Okay, that's big.
And so now, I would implore and encourage everybody to fill it out because they only giving you till January. To June of 2024. It's how slick these people is. Now they said that they notify as many people as possible through email and a little postcard. Majority of y'all probably threw that postcard away, or that email probably went to your spam box. And that's all they was required to do. And it's little things like this that when these people get sued, that if we don't follow up with it, they don't feel nothing. They give you a short window to basically fill out a claim. And if you don't fill it out and get ghosts. And the same thing just recently happened with any of y'all who have iPhones. Apple got sued, and I think they closed their claim one denied, but they got sued for slowing down the phone since the iPhone 6S. And they had to pay everybody who had that phone or any of those phones in between that phone all the way up to the current phone.
So real quick, Apple was what they were doing is slowing down the phone so that you would have to upgrade and get a new phone.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
go ahead, brother.
yeah. And so, I myself received about 4 checks from that one
Hmm. 4 checks.
because,
Oh,
Y'all
yeah, 4
listening?
checks. Yeah, 4 checks. I received $100 and something check for because I had each phone every year. So every time they slow it down again, they had to pay me because they brought them a phone.
Okay.
And this, if you having problems getting your receipts, you can ask your debit card or credit card or banking company to give you a summary of your statement of all the charges from a particular place like Walmart, and you can compile that together. I know a lot of y'all probably bought Thanksgiving turkeys and hams and all that. You
Mm,
was overcharged for that.
mm,
mm.
A
mm.
lot of y'all that buy fruit, that make fresh fruit, you was overcharged for that.
If you bought
And
Walmart fruit, you might need to be. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
nah, but this go back to your
Might
point
be
earlier.
on.
This is like the robbery with the robbery with no mask. They ain't got
Mm-hmm.
no mask on. They robbing you as you coming in and going out.
They're on that Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Man, but we just need to one thing about it, for the amount of money they took, the peanuts they finna pay back, this is nothing. And they
Well,
just gonna do it again till they get caught again. But we need to be aware. I put the link in the chat, and like I said, I sent it out to several people. When you go to fill it out, it's gonna ask you, do you have the claim number or your ID number? If you don't have it, if you're doing it on your mobile device, you're gonna go below that, and it's gonna say click right here to file your claim. Just click right there and file your claim. If you on your laptop or desktop, you're gonna see where it asks you for your filing your claim number over to the left. But if you look over to the right, it's gonna say submit your claim right here.
okay.
And you can submit your claim right there and then just go through the little steps. It only takes a few minutes. And then if you want to get it by Zelle or whatever you want, it gives you the option to get that or a prepaid credit card or whatever they're going to get to give it to you. Or you have the option, it's real tiny, but it says click here if you want them to mail me a check. For those of y'all that prefer to have a check mail, you can click there.
Mm,
Or you have another option where you can say, hey, I don't think this is enough for what's been done to me for what I've been spending here. And you can opt out and contact these attorneys, or you can argue your claim on your own and get more than that. So don't never think you got to accept this. But I'm just saying get something rather than nothing.
so the link is in the chat.
Yes, sir.
Um, Walmart weighing stuff with the old hanging scale.
Yeah, they
They
hey,
ain't
man,
got the digital.
they
They
ain't
got
with
the
the
one that
hanging
you
scale.
clip it on there.
Yeah.
No, they ain't zeroing the scale a lot, man. They put it on the scale, man. They ain't zeroing
Man,
out,
y'all
man. They
playing
ain't going back
scale
to zero.
games at Walmart, man. We
Bring
need
your own
that,
scale
boy.
when you go in the store.
Just imagine how many grams you done lost. Okay. Hey man, y'all go and get this money from Walmart. And the thing about Walmart with me, right? Because I'm such an intentional butthole, right?
Mm-hmm. As we all
When
are.
I go through the checkout, right, I always send the receipt to my wife's phone. Because you're not gonna stop me and ask me for the receipt. I ain't got no receipt. Get out my face.
Yeah.
I stand on that because if you're not gonna stop everybody, you just not gonna selectively stop me.
And
I
I
don't even
agree.
play
Yeah.
them type of
And
games.
that's not even Walmart policy. That's the store policy that do that. They can't stop you at all and
Mm,
ask you for a receipt.
I'm not stopping. I ain't. Call the police, please.
Uh, And until
So
you broke a law or tried to conceal something, you didn't steal anything.
yeah, so man, thank you for the info, man. The link is in the chat. Tell them what it's about real quick, real briefly again. Like what's
It
the
so
detail?
the gist of it is that anything that's weighted, vegetables, fruit, meat, anything that you bought out of the store that's weighted that you pay basically would pay by pound, they charge you more than what you were supposed to by a pound. What you see with your eyes as the price, when it rang up by a pound, it either have the same price and they'll change the weight, or it'll have the right weight and they'll change the price. so that they can get more money. And they intentionally did this, and they've been doing this since 2018. Or they got caught in 2018, let me say.
Okay, so y'all, man, y'all go get y'all money.
Yeah,
y'all go
get that
back and do
bag.
it for Granny too. Get Granny
Yeah,
straight. And you know what I
Yep.
mean? Like go on over there and sit down with Granny, get Granny straight too now. And go ahead and get
and
this money, man. Stop playing.
yeah, and it's they've been any receipts you got from 2018 to currently right now. So
Mm,
it ain't like they don't stop; they still doing it because it's all the way to now.
Mhm.
mm.
Like I said, the case is going to be handled in the Middle District, right over here in Tampa. That's where it's going to be handled at.
Okay, man. We appreciate the call.
Yeah.
All right, y'all got the info. Let's get to this money, man. I thank you for the call and I thank you for the information, my brother.
I appreciate it.
All right, all right.
All right.
Mhm.
Hit that yellow, kill that yeah. Hey, so y'all pay attention to what's going on and go get that money. And I appreciate the call in. And if you wanna host one of these segments or you want to sponsor one of these segments, hit me in the inbox or just send us some stars, man. If you online,
Yes, sir.
we will advertise your business right here on 99 Jams. Okay.
While we speak of that, want to get into book of the day?
Hmm. Book of the day. All right, hold on real quick. Let me do this real quick.
All right,
Get book of the day ready. I need 2 minutes.
All right.
Thank you for the recap. We got live in order production, y'all.
Yes, sir.
So I want to speak on the Pinellas County Urban League Workout Wednesday. The Workout Wednesday is a program where we're in the communities and we're doing community workouts. We do a food demonstration and we also do a financial literacy segment. And we have things there that are health based and health inclined. And we're doing this in our communities. We are doing a workout Wednesday at right now with the Enoch Davis Center, and we have another one in Clearwater. Uh, if you are interested in our workout Wednesday, you can always go to Pinellas County Urban League.org, and we are looking for community members. Hey, come out and hang out with us and work out with us. And we are looking for people to actually teach and host the classes. So we are looking for instructors. If you're going to do a quick 30, 45 light impact workout, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
We're looking for food demonstrators. Come show us a healthy meal. Do a quick preparation, or we can work that out. And we're looking for people that are willing to come out and give financial information to the people that are in the venue. So this is something that we're absolutely working on, man. You're going to see more content from it, but it's one of our programs that is absolutely community based, and I just want to put that out there. So now we finna swing into the book of the day. You can send some stars because the Barbershop Book Club is the sponsor of the book of the day.
Yes, sir.
And when we come back from the book of the day, I'm finna take my boy Dream. I'm gonna take you to prison, dog. You ain't gotta never go because I'm gonna take you, and I'm gonna tell you my story about the two shanks.
Book of the day is The Three Mothers, how the mothers of Martin Luther King Jr. and James Baldwin shaped a nation. It's written by Anna Malika Tubbs. And this book really does an amazing job of introducing us to who our heroes are. I had a conversation earlier this week with my parents, actually. I shared with them David Walker's Appeal, which they absolutely loved. If you haven't heard David Walker's Appeal, please go to YouTube and YouTube the entire David Walker's Appeal. It was written in 1832. David Walker's Appeal, 1832. But the mothers of the movement, the mothers of the revolution, and the mothers of revolutionaries are things that we have systematically removed from our conscious memory. Why is that a problem? Because we don't understand who our heroes are. We can very easily call off the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, who was an amazing human, one of the greatest human beings ever to be produced. We can easily call off the brain and the genius of James Baldwin. We can easily call off our brother Omowale, Baba Omowale, El Hajj Malik al-Shabazz, Malcolm X. But what do we know about Louise Little? What do we know about Bernice Baldwin? And what do we know about Alberta King? Why was Alberta King murdered in church by an African man after Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King's assassination? Why kill his mother? Why did they kill his brother? When you understand the whole story, then you understand that the children that we produce are the produce of the parents. Why is Cheyenne such a musical genius? Because she's the produce of musical genius. We've divorced that, and in so doing, we've robbed ourselves of who our heroes truly are. I was laughing because I said the character of Stephen from Django. I said, Stephen wouldn't have lasted 10 years on a plantation because he would have been killed.
Yeah.
Q, when we tell the story, we tell it from a perspective that victimization is given a moral quality. Almost like, but see, we was victims, but we did this. We don't know that the most deadly person on that plantation was that smiling person who they call Mammy. That woman who behind that smile and that handkerchief and that big skirt and those big beautiful and that huge personality that seems like it cared was secretly poisoning her master every day. See, they knew they would play the long game. See,
she was petty,
and she was a warrior. See, so we've crafted being a warrior as the John Wayne shoot 'em up. We're gonna go out in a blaze of glory thing and end our revolutionary career. See, our people have been smart enough to know, I'm not going to end the torment that I put my tormentors under. I'm just going to change it. So we talk about, old white man coming. He knock on the door and he send your woman out and she got to go sleep with him. She come back with him so full of shame. And then the ideas that we have is she come back and she has a shawl thrown on and she's crying and all that. As if the Africans didn't say, I know that this horny bastard is going to call for you. So when he calls for you, you get all the information you can from it. You use your body to get all the information you can for him. And we'll slowly put glass in his food. And he'll look up and he'll make a big purchase, 60 slaves. Oh, Mr. Johnson bought 60 slaves today. And then you find out 2 days later, Mr. Johnson died of a strange illness. Because you don't realize who was providing him with his food, his enemy. He thought she was his friend, but she was always his enemy. This is how African people always got along together. Now we see this inflated ideal, right? The African men and African women don't get along, and it comes from slavery. And no, the most united African people have ever been has been in battle. Don't you understand when they say, where did slaves come from? They say, well, they were prisoners of war. You mean to tell me a boat trip can take a warrior and make him not a warrior on another side? No, he's a military scientist. She's a military scientist. The women who produce revolutionaries are military scientists. When you have sex with a woman, you're producing another revolutionary. But if you look at it on the surface level like your enemy wants you to see it, then all you will see is loss. We've been winning for 400 years because the game was that we wouldn't survive. You see?
And we survived.
Tell me something, Q. Right now, tell me something, Mr. Edmond, right now. You warn your sons to this day, don't eat everybody's spaghetti. Don't eat every woman's spaghetti. You mean to tell me if you think that poison only work on black bodies? When you look at people like President Zachary Taylor, who died in office after being served cold cherries, and you realize the woman who served him is a woman he had 8 children from through rape. You mean to tell me you don't think women are crafty? No, women produce our heroes. And in this book, Three Mothers, you see how women always produce our heroes. They produce our revolutionaries. Montoya produced Jean-Jacques Dessalines. He said, listen, I couldn't kill myself because I had to make somebody who would kill my enemies. Think about this, y'all. Know this, y'all. When we study our greatness, realize that we've been winning for 400 years, and we're not going to stop. We will always produce our own solutions.
That's for real.
Hey, I was stuck into the sermon, man. When
Yeah.
y'all was going so hard. Hey, shout out to my brother Donnie, man. With the book of the day, man. The passion he has for these books and how well read this brother is amazing. So I have to bring that to us so that we can get it. We can get it. Like, how well read are you? What is your book vocabulary looking like? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So these last 10 minutes, man, I'm gonna segue off of something that was said on the Breakfast Club the other day. And Kiana said, when they were speaking about the situation with the son, the father, and the brother in St. Pete, her statement was, shout out to 727 Story and King Jab. And she basically said she don't know why our conflict resolution MRT program wasn't implemented. And with her saying that, my mind state is what makes you think you qualify for this? So within that, I thought about this story from me arriving to Fort Dix, New Jersey at the age of 25, my feet touching down on a federal prison compound, and I call it Two Shanks, right?
Yeah.
So when I get to Fort Dix, New Jersey, the first place you go when you hit the compound is the A&O unit, the Administration Orientation Unit. And although you may briefly know, but the A&O unit orderly, like the head orderly, trustee or whatever y'all might see it as for the A&O unit, was no other than Boston George. So me landing in the A&O unit, first question that was asked of me was, where you from? I'm from St. Pete, Florida. George then told me, say, okay, well, you stay right here. I'm gonna have some of your homeboys come holler at you. So I'm on the unit, homeboy, Big D, and him from Miami, they came up and hollered at me. We in New Jersey, so they bought me a laundry bag full of clothing, thermals, socks, underwear, t-shirts, tank tops, welcoming package. They bought me another bag with some food in it, because you ain't gonna be able to go to commissary, you know what I mean, for a week or two.
Yeah.
Make sure you straight. And with these 2 bags, they gave me 2 knives.
2 Shanks.
2 Shanks. One of them you keep on you, and one of them you keep in the unit. 5.5 years, bro, I walked around with a knife on me, bro, because I ain't know when somebody was gonna try to kill me. 2 Shanks. So upon that interaction with George and with him and D, this was the introduction of me being on the prison compound. Fort Dix is the largest prison compound in the United States. It houses 4,500 inmates on the west side, 4,500 inmates on the east side, and it houses about 700 to 800 inmates at the camp. So this is absolutely gladiator camp. Every nation, creed, gang, belief, whatever, everything is represented. It's the United Nations. It's about 11 units, about 300 to 330 people per unit. So you're in a unit with 300 people in one building with you. It's a project. It's the projects. So
Yeah.
that's the mind state. That's Fort Dix. But I didn't realize through my grooming and going down there and hollering at George what he was building me for, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm at Fort Dix and I'm from St. Pete.
Yeah.
So I got everybody from Florida messing with me, everybody from down south. You know what I mean? We all the way up here. Like we don't have no numbers. Like you have to have numbers to survive. And George was building me into a point where I had to start a car. What's starting a car? Your car is pretty much in layman's terms would be like your offense and your defense. You got to start in 22.
Yeah.
And boy, you better get you some good linemen.
Good, yeah.
I would classify linemen as they go trenches, they go crash dummies, they go crash. No questions about it. You're gonna need you some wide receivers to go get it. You're gonna need some crash dummy linebackers. Your linebackers go, you know what I mean? It's you have to build in your team. So George was really grooming me into building a car, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because on this side of the coin, I'm from Florida, so I'm linked in with all the down south people.
Mm-hmm.
But on this side of the coin, I have ties into the West Coast, into California.
Yeah.
I'm on Fort Dix, New Jersey. With all the nations represented on this compound, me, myself, and my homeboy C from East Coast 190 was the only two Crip affiliates on this compound.
Yeah.
We're the only two niggas that's I'm saying I can't say that on the radio. Oh, I can. They do it all the time, but I ain't what I'm trying to represent.
Yeah.
But we the only two cats that have Crip affiliation on this 4,500 compound. So it's just me and bro. And for us to survive and have numbers, I had to be that bridge that bring these West Coast dudes and these down south dudes together.
Mm-hmm. Dirty South.
So that we can survive.
Yeah.
And we had numbers. And we had we go bump. It's one thing about Florida dudes, one thing about California dudes. We will fight whenever.
Mm-hmm.
This was pertinent for my survival, bro. This was pertinent for my survival. Like literally, when we were living in harmony on this compound until the West Coast Bloods got there. And I seen something different because a lot of those guys was claiming that they were Bloods, but the West Coast Bloods didn't respect them as Bloods. Like it was pretty much, y'all had to pay toll. So now they really came out here and put the California press game down on the whole Blood organization.
They walked in, tried to claim, but they ain't checking.
So, man, no, y'all ain't real Blood, so y'all pay us for being. I want a part of your gambling table. I want a part of the liquor, all that. I want everything. I want a part of all of this. Up until the fact that they tried to remove me one time, bro. They had to remove me because I stood in the way. I guess I stood in the way of what they had to do, and they sent somebody. They put a hit on me. Dude was a coward. Yeah, he poked me, but he poked me and ran. He busted the skin right here above my bladder. I was at Fort Dix for 5.5 years, bro. And my positioning, where I was at with it, I could tell this full story. Man, if somebody from that prison see this, bro, they will confirm everything that I said. Like, man, listen, I had to protect myself and carry a weapon on me for 5.5 years. And I navigated through that and didn't get in any trouble. That makes me absolutely qualified to sit down with a young man and his father, a young man and his brother, or a young lady and her father or boyfriend, and absolutely push out MRT and conflict resolution, because MRT is absolutely a direct change of the mind state of the people.
Yeah, and it's
We're
a
going
lifesaver.
into the mind state of the people. And I keep saying that the mind state of our people is crazy. You got men that have been through things, man. You got my story is light compared to some other people's story. But we have to be able to teach each other and guide each other when as a community. And I'm saying this all because the brother that is accused of killing the other brother, bro, just did like 10, 15 years. You just came home. You ain't even enjoy the fruits of freedom yet. So
Mhm.
I felt like MRT could have helped you. With that being said, y'all, it's King Jab, the voice of the people. We gonna do this. I'm gonna tell this story, man. I'm gonna tell my full story, but I'm gonna do it as a podcast.
Hey,
And
watch out for the podcast.
yeah, because I got so much I want to give to people. Like this thing went real deep. And it's so many sides of it. So thank y'all for the listening. Yeah, I'll see y'all next week. It's King Jab, the voice of the people. We out.
WUJM, St. Petersburg, 99 Jams.
Total